We are doing the daily collective read for today, Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. What do we have coming up in the cards for today? Can I please get the first 5 cards? The first card that's coming up for today is the 10 of Wands in its reversal. And we actually like seeing this because, again, this is a card of completion. And for many of you, this is a movement today of putting some burden down. There's something that you've been doing right now that has been requiring a lot of your mental and emotional bandwidth. And so today is a day that you're really just going to decide what burdens do you need to carry, and what burdens have simply become too much to bear. This is going to feel a little frustrating because clearly whatever this is something that you've put a lot of work and effort into. This is also a reminder today that if there's some situations or scenarios that you're pushing forward with, it can also just show a fact that you're just getting to the point that it's very hard to understand or see why you are carrying that burden in the first place. Now, we are going to continue to get some clarification on this. Can I please get the second card for today? The second card today is, now as you're putting some burdens down that we're seeing here with this 10 of Wands in its reversal, this release, this letting go of some effort or some monumental task that is just not necessarily getting somewhere, you're doing this with the best of intentions. We're seeing this with the 3 of Wands. So this is giving you this opportunity to expand your horizons, to consider new possibilities and new opportunities. So through the act of letting go, giving yourself this leverage, giving yourself this freeing up to really see what else is out there for you. So this is a completion of a cycle that is allowing you to have a very fresh start into a new one. Getting more clarity as it relates to the 5 cards. We love this as the center spread. Did I say new beginnings? I meant new beginnings, which is coming through with the Fool energy. Now, for many of you, this is going to feel like a little bit of an exciting time because we are seeing here that there are cycles that are closing out. We've got Mercury finally coming out of retrograde, and you're just zooming out into that new possibility, into those new horizons, understanding these new paths that are finally seeing these new paths that are lying ahead of you in your future. And really taking this moment to embrace the possibilities and to allow yourself this expansion point as you move forward today. Very happy to see that Fool in its center of the deck position. All right, we are going to continue to get clarity. If I can get clarity for the next card, can I please have the next card? The next card we're seeing is oh my God, this spread today is fantastic because what we're also seeing is, what is this burden you're putting down? What are you deciding to move away from? What is giving you this opportunity to move forward into these points? This is why we're seeing here with the Devil in its reversal, that what is really happening here is this is a part of your healing process, that there's some kind of toxic element that you are moving away from, and you're acknowledging and seeing the toxicity in some situation. Now, this could be a few different things depending on how this connects to you. This could be bad modalities of thought, bad habits, bad coping mechanisms, something that has been limiting or hindering your own perception on how to move forward. This can also represent, if this is coming towards you in an intimate fashion, bad relationships or relationships with other energies that are simply not bringing you into that higher spiritual point. This is one of the reasons you're moving forward so avidly into this new cycle, is because you are finally recognizing you're learning to heal, you're learning to let go as you move away from this space and into the place that hold these possibilities for you. Continuing to get clarity right now, we have 2 cards finishing up at the top 5. And again, here is that putting down of the burdens that we saw at the beginning of the spread with the 10 of Wands in its reversal. This is really just a moment where you're taking certain priorities and you're deciding that you do not need to carry them forward, that they're causing too much chaos or they're causing too much of an overwhelm for you. But what we love about this is as you do this, as you shift your priorities, as you center your focus, this is a part of your healing process. And this is what is allowing you to heal as you go forward from this point. This is a fantastic 5-card spread to start the day with. We are going to continue. Thank you guys so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. Getting clarity right now between this 10 of Wands in its reversal and this 3 of Wands in its upright. So putting down some burdens, allowing certain cycles to complete as you expand your horizons, moving into the future. Can I please get 1 card to clarify between these 2 points? We've got 2 cards coming up. And this is a moment that there is some kind of difficulty here because there is a moment here, and I'm accepting this potentially because of this letting go process that we're seeing here, that you're moving away from the situations and scenarios that are effectively not allowing you to truly show all of your full breadth, to show the things that you are truly good at, that you are truly capable of. This can also represent moving away from areas or situations where someone or something has been withholding to you and not being able to give you the same in kind. And this is allowing for this fresh start to happen, is what we can see here with this Four of Swords in its reversal. There is this moment that there is this new life that is coming. This feels like a bit of a restart from a period of rest or relaxation. This real coming into a point of action. This could also be for many of you reliving or really going back through in your own head some situations or scenarios in the past where you feel that you were just not given the credit that you were due, or you were not necessarily given the opportunity to truly show the things that you are capable of, or be able to show the emotionality, or that someone was withholding from you, but not letting yourself get caught in this space and potentially digging it up just so you can reassess it and reevaluate it as you go forward. Now we are going to continue to get clarity. Getting clarity between this Three of Wands. So moving out from this point today, looking at the new opportunities, looking at the new possibilities, expanding your horizons. And when I say expanding your horizons, I mean expanding your horizons and setting off into new adventures, new possibilities with this Fool energy. Can I please get one card to clarify for this beautiful fresh start that we're seeing? Well, we have here, clarifying between these 2 points, is the Chariot, that there's some area right now in your life that you're seeing, that you are seeing the possibilities, you are seeing the path forward, and you're able to truly feel the confidence that is allowing you to take this fresh start. This confidence, this understanding of your abilities, is finding places that you are going to be able to move forward with, and the energies that you feel are aligned to you. This is what is allowing you to have this moment of pushing through today. Continuing to get clarity between this great spread, getting clarity right now between the Fool energy, so this fresh start that you are feeling, this beginning of a new cycle, and also feeling the healing that is coming through starting this new cycle. May I please get one card to clarify? Whoop. We've got 2 cards. And this is still a bit of, and this is really feeling like a new start. This is feeling like a rebirth. We're seeing a complete rebirth here, particularly because you're moving away from the energies that are non-communicative or are not necessarily communicating with you in a positive fashion. This is the moment, this healing process from some energy that was not necessarily giving you what you need in order to move forward. You're not letting yourself be held back with this, but instead you're acknowledging and you're seeing the toxicity in that lack of communication. And this is what is giving you this moment of rebirth that is allowing you to move forward in your cycle. Continuing to get clarity on these beautiful cards, getting clarity right now between this Devil and its reversal. So this moment of healing, this moment of being able to recognize the things that have potentially been holding you back, or the energies that have potentially been keeping you in a low vibration, and allowing this moment and also allowing this moment to be this reassessment of priorities, of focusing your intentionality on a single driven desired outcome, a single possibility. We also see this healing that is occurring in the midst of this. May I please get one card to clarify? We've got 2 cards coming up. And here's the other issue too. One of the reasons that you're allowing yourself to put down a burden right now as it relates to this healing process is because you feel, again, and this makes a lot of sense with this lack of communication that we were seeing with this Page of Wands in its reversal. For many of you, whatever is unknown around that circumstance, whatever this limitation of communication that you are experiencing is occurring, this has kept you in a place where you feel pretty trapped, that you do understand that there's something in this energy that is trying to potentially keep you bound down for a lack of communication, for not necessarily being open and honest, and be understanding and recognizing how much it is limiting you in this place, but also understanding at this moment that there are other opportunities around you in order to move forward from this point, places that are going to give you the possibilities to heal and break away from some of this toxicity that is not necessarily being as open and honest with you as you would truly desire. This is the moment that weight of this. You're still feel this inability even as you go forward. And this does still have you feeling a little bit trapped, but you're not letting this basically limit you. Instead, you are using this opportunity to advance your own growth and your own healing. Recognizing that whatever those secrets are, whatever has been hidden from you or unrevealed, is intentionally meant to try to limit or keep you trapped, either psychologically or potentially even physically, in some unhealed situation or scenario. Continuing to get clarity from these points right now, getting clarity between the Four of Swords in its reversal. So this new start, this relife, or potentially even digging up some things in the past and recognizing how they were not necessarily giving you all the positive things that they could, that there was withholding occurring there. And its ability right now to be able to truly assess and review these situations, that's giving you this fresh start, this new path forward, pushing into the places that you feel aren't necessarily going to do this for you in kind. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop! Hold on. Please hold. Oh, this one doesn't come out. This is a point of celebration, because what we really see here is, again, you're moving into places where you are being seen and recognized and appreciated. And this is really this moment where, while you are still digging up some issues of the past and reviewing them in your head and really recognizing them for not necessarily giving you the things that you've required from an emotional or sustainable level, for experiencing that withholding, and instead making the choice to move forward of your own volition into the places of power. This is what is now allowing you to receive kind of the gifts that you should have been getting from the start, getting that moment of victory, getting those places where you're being seen and truly appreciated, and allowing this to propel you forward into those spaces. Getting clarity further between the Chariot energy that we're seeing today. So the areas that you're moving forward with that are giving you this sense of power and purpose, and moving away from the energies that you feel are blocked or non-communicative, or may even have been not necessarily communicating with you in a place of full honesty, but allowing this to be this moment that you're getting that center, that you're allowing this rebirth to occur, because you see these new avenues that are going to give you this sense of control and ability as you move forward in them. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop, we've got two cards coming up here around this. We have here this sense that there are while there are some energies around you that you're basically walking away from and having these new starts from the lack of communication, you're seeing other energies that are being incredibly generous towards you, being incredibly generous in what they are offering you, and not just with communication, but tangible offers. And this is the place that is giving you the sense of strength right now, that is allowing you to move forward with this sense of drive, with this sense of purpose, with this sense of clarity. Really, what we're seeing here is making the choice to move away from the things that are blocking you and towards the things that are open and generous and letting you kind of be able to be your full present self. Getting more clarity right now. So and this is kind of the area that you're walking away from right now, moving away from those areas that were non-communicative or not necessarily being fully honest. And I say fully honest because right next to that we have the Moon card. So feeling this sense of rebirth from some situations or scenarios that had left you feeling trapped because of some misconceptions or some mistruths, or not necessarily offering you the communication, the clarity, or the truth behind the information that you are receiving. So getting clarity between these points, allowing this rebirth to happen, and allowing this cycle to complete. May I please get one card to clarify? We have the Page of Cups in reversal, which I'm not surprised to see. We did draw this with one of our daily cards very recently. And what this really says is you're just rejecting any energy that is trying to play games with you. So that would include any of this energy. What you're really seeing is you're seeing any energies right now that are not necessarily communicating with you or being as fully open or honest, or maybe just not responding to you at all. Anything around this that is causing this communication block, you're seeing it now as a situation of someone playing games, and you're moving now towards those energies that are more serious, that are more honest, that are not going to be playing these emotional games with you. And it's moving away from this energy and only allowing the energies towards you right now that are serious, that are giving you this clarity of perspective as it relates to the things that you don't know that were potentially holding you back. I don't hate it, guys. I don't hate it. All right, we're going to continue to drill down and get clarity on these cards as we move to our final destination point. Getting clarity right now around those places where you're being seen and valued and appreciated and celebrated for the things that you can do and what you're able to offer. And really feeling this, particularly with those other energies being generous and you being generous and kind, and starting to feel that sense of strength as you start to get your confidence back in these situations and scenarios. Can I please get one card to clarify? We are seeing the Seven of Wands. Now, this is very interesting because there is still here a bit of some combativeness that is occurring. There is something here where you may be, and I think this has a lot to do with that Four of Swords that we saw in its reversal. As it relates to some of those old situations and scenarios, you may still be feeling like you're fighting back a bit against them. Even as you're having this point of success, you really need to ask yourself, why are you fighting? Is it purposeful to fight in some areas? Or is this an area where if you have the higher ground, it's not necessary to fight? This is really a moment for many of you where you're using this opportunity to really ask yourself what is and is not worth fighting for. And it is also giving you the confidence to make the choices for the places that you're willing to put this kind of energy into. Now, getting clarity further with this the Six of Pentacles in its upright and the Strength card. So being able to feel that there are areas right now that you can really pour your generosity into because you were receiving it in kind and finding the courage and strength to do so in those areas. And also looking at the energies that you're doing this for and looking and appreciating them because you feel that they're not playing games, that they're not coming towards you in a silly capacity. And that is what is giving you, and that they're being emotionally open and honest. And this is what is giving you this opportunity to have this renewed strength, to have this renewed vitality. Can I please get one card to clarify? Here it comes. This is still showing some kind of sticking point that you are feeling, because this is saying that there is something that you are still caught in at the moment. That you're not necessarily completely out of it yet, but you are still staying in some situations. And I think this has to do with some of the energy we see that is being released with all of that 10 energy. The cycles are wrapping up, the cycles are completing, but there are some places that you're still allowing yourself to remain in. It is not necessarily the most comfortable place to be in as it relates to these modalities of thought, but you're really allowing yourself to have this moment and to stay present in them because you are fully trying to embrace all of the experience that you feel that is there, that there is some kind of knowledge or insight that you're hoping to glean while still staying in a difficult position. And getting clarity, this is the moment of conflict that we're seeing in this spread, because everything else here is really saying that you are moving towards your new fated path, that you're ready for this fresh start. But there is still a bit of a conflict point that is drilling down within you. There is something that you are still trying to fight for, and you're allowing yourself to stay present in it just because you're still feeling like you haven't necessarily gotten that insight. This is probably has to do with whatever this old energy we see passing through is, or the energy that you're still kind of considering that is still blocked because it did not give you the communication or insight you needed to move forward. And you are still feeling a little trapped with that old energy as you move into the new one. Can I please get the final card for today's spread? One card, please. We've got two cards here. This is that moment of reminder that is happening, because one thing we have seen here is there's new energies coming through. There's new possibilities. You're moving into those places where you're feeling more seen and supported. But some of that old energy is still lingering here, as we see with the Six of Cups. And what this is really saying to me is, as you are going through this struggling point, what we're really recognizing is you're seeing that there's some energies that you're still feeling deeply connected to, but you're starting to understand that these are unhealed connections. This is where that Devil card in its reversal is coming up. That whatever these situations or scenarios in, they're not healthy and they're not reciprocal. And you're also coming to understand that you can only do so much in order to heal these connections. That healing is a two-person act, and that both energies need to be reciprocal to wanting to move towards that healing process. And we're clearly seeing here that there's some energy still near you that you feel is blocked or is not communicative or is playing games in some capacity. But this is the moment that you're allowing for surrender. But there is a victory in that surrender, as is being indicated by the Ace of Swords in its reversal. You are understanding that by accepting of situations and scenarios, by allowing yourself to kind of surrender to the circumstances you find yourself around or in as it relates to these energies, this is a moment of freedom. Because with this surrender, we see you basically putting down these burdens and moving into these new possibilities for yourself. And so what we're really seeing here is a beautiful day of healing, of allowing yourself these moments of considering past situations or scenarios that were not necessarily benefiting you or were hurting you in some capacity, and really giving yourself this moment to let them go so you can go into these new experiences that are already offering you so many possibilities that you see in the horizon. Final card for today's spread, bottom card of the deck, so something to keep in mind as you go forward today, is Seven of Cups. So this does show a bit of uncertainty as it relates to what your choices are going to be moving forward. For many of you, you may have a lot of options that are now coming up as you're allowing yourself to move into these new spaces. But what's really important, if you're feeling like this, the big advice for today is make sure to move forward with intentionality. Write down what you're trying to do. Write down your desires. Write down what you're trying to manifest. Really try to focus in your mind what it is that you are seeking, so that you won't feel so overwhelmed with all of the opportunities that are coming forward with this new cycle, so that you can find what you're looking for faster than allowing yourself to kind of fall under some disillusions or get caught in some of that old energy that may have gotten you caught up in the first place. Well, that's it for today's daily collective read. Just a reminder that if you'd like to book a private reading, you can book one on my website, Strega.com. Please keep in mind, if you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and pay for the reading. Please make sure to hit both buttons when you go to book the reading. My private readings are done over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you afterwards. And if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you go to pay. I hope you guys enjoyed today's read, and I will be back tomorrow to do it again. Take care.